I talk about strategy quite a bit, and that there's a lot of, asset classes are just asset classes, and it's all about the strategy, and that applies into, for syndications as well in certain spaces. So right now, I think, multifamily is obviously very, very frothy. There's a lot of people chasing deals, right? That doesn't mean that there's no good deals, because it all depends on the strategy. There might be particular deals available that certain people don't have the skill set for, to pull off that deal and make it profitable and provide value for, the tenants, the customers and clients and the investors. There might be folks that do. So we look at what's going on in the marketplace. Where are we finding some good deals? I've mentioned mobile home parks and self-storage. There's some deals coming across in that space, getting a little bit hot too. But then we're also looking at trends. So I would say when we analyze deals, we look at, okay, what's going on in the marketplace? Where's the asset cycle? Because every asset has a cycle. I'll give you an example. Not a lot of people talk about gold right now, and gold stocks and silver and some commodities. It's at the bottom basically of its asset cycle. It's very undervalued. A lot of folks haven't talked about it for quite a bit. So there are some investors that then would say, wow, this is interesting, I should take a look at that, because it's the bottom of the asset cycle. We look at the asset cycle in multifamily, self-storage, and so forth. Then we look at overall trends. Here are some trends. Taxes is a massive trend. It's not going to go away. How does taxes play into trends? Well, migration. There's a massive migration from California, states like California, New Jersey, New York, Illinois, into other states. Where are they moving? Well, the Californians are all going to Arizona and Texas. There's also a lot of folks moving down to Florida, which is also playing into another demographic trend, the baby boomer trend, right? So, and that ties into assisted living facilities, which probably in the next 10 to 20 years could be a massive, massive opportunity. So that's the first thing that we look at when we analyze a deal is where is that in the asset cycle? What's going on in the asset class? What are some of the opportunities, if any, still available in that particular asset class? What are all the other trends impacting that? And then we look at where is it, right? So what part of the country? It's very, very important. It's not just what you own, it's where you own it. Because of what I just mentioned, taxes is a big one, and that ties into people migrating and ties into companies moving into more favorable areas. People are just going to move where they are treated best. Companies do the same thing, which means jobs, a lot of jobs, right? So that's kind of where we look at for markets, job growth being a big one. So, for example, Birmingham, Alabama is a great and prosperous job growing market. There's a lot of jobs moving there, just naming that. So that being all said, then we kind of dive down into, who is involved with the deal, who's bringing the deal, who are partners in the deal, what's some of the financing on it, and eventually we drill down to the numbers. So yeah, it's a lot of different things. I would say it's not a simple answer. It's a very complex one, but you could screen it quickly if something's coming across your desk. It's a multifamily in the middle of nowhere, where a lot of people are leaving from, moving out of that state. For example, some of those states that I just mentioned, that wouldn't be something that I would be interested in, because just of all the other trends and factors playing into it.